Hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial on my channel. This is Style with Chika, and in this video tutorial I'll be sharing with you how to make this beautiful bralette piece that I have on. It is perfect for summer, the hot weather, or for swimming. And if you're interested in making this, keep on watching. All you'll be needing is just about half yard of fabric or pieces of fabric you have around. So let's get started. To do this, I have just pieces of fabric here. So I'm just going to start by folding my material in a cone shape, just like you can see me doing like this. So next, I'm going to take my bust measurement, in the sense that I'm going to take my measurement from on top of my bust to under my bust. So to take this, you just have to place your tape above your bust and take the tape under your bust. This is so you know the size of your bralette cup piece. For me, I have about 10 inches, but I'm going to be using 11 inches. The extra 1 inch is for allowance. So I'm going to place my tape from the starting point here, and then I'm going to mark out 11 inches. I'll be doing this with my marker because my chalk is not visible. So I'm going to mark out 11 inches here, and I'm going to just mark out this 11 inches all around while placing my tape at the starting point, just like this. And once I've done this, I'm just going to use my free hand to connect to give me a cone shape or a triangular shape. So just like this, I'll go ahead and cut on this line. So once I've done this now, I'm going to open this up, but I'm going to trim out this side. I'm trimming out this side because it is rough, so you don't necessarily have to do this. So now that I've done this, I'm going to cut 4 pieces of this. So guys, after cutting out 4 pieces of this material, this is what I have. So I also went on to cut out this material that I'm going to be using for the rope. You can just cut it out by about 20 to 30 inches, and the width is just about 1.5. I cut it out in 2 places, so I'm just going to go ahead now and turn this, sew on this so I can turn this inside out. After sewing on it now, I'm just going to use my broomstick. I've already done it to one, so I'm using my broomstick from the edge. I'm just going to try to poke it inside. Okay, once I have that, I'll just start pushing it into the stick just like this. So I'll take out my stick now. So that's how I have 2 ropes now, and it's just about 30 inches by length. So I'm just going to take my cup pieces now. I'll place it like this. So I'll open it right inside, and I'll take the ropes, one of the ropes, I'll place inside each of the pieces like this, and I'll cover it up just like this. I'll do the same thing to this other side. So guys, after I've done this, I'll just start from this edge, and then I'll sew all around it by 1/2 inch. I wouldn't sew this side. I'll just sew on this side. I'm pointing out right here. I'll also do the same thing to this side. I'm pointing out right here. I'll just be leaving the base open. And once I sew on it, on this edge right here, I'm going to cut off the excess, and I'll just leave a notch there. This is so this area can be relaxed. I'm going to go ahead and I'll do that to both sides, just like you can see me doing. So once I'm done, I'll just turn this over to the right side, just like this. It's very easy. You can see this side is already relaxing out. I'll go ahead and do the same thing to this other one. So guys, once I have this looking like this, I'll just give this a very good press. So guys, I have another piece of fabric here. For this piece of fabric, I'll be joining it to the under of the cup piece. So for this, I have the width here at 6 inches, and for the length, I just made it long enough to go all around my under bust and enough to tie at the back. So what I have here is just about 60 plus inches. This is a bit long, but then it's also okay. So what I'm just going to do is to fold this piece into 2. I'm just going to make sure that the edges are touching each other just like this. So I'm going to bring this other corner here that is folded. From this edge, I'm just going to divide my underbust measurements by 4. So my underbust measurement is 31, and 31 divided by 4 gives me about 7.5 1/4. So I'm going to place my tape from this edge, and I'm just going to leave a notch here at where I have 7.5 1/4, which is here, just like this. So guys, once I've left this notch, this space open now, this is going to be an indication of the parts of this material I will not sew. So what I'm going to do now is to fold this into 2 like this. So from this notch, I'm going to sew all the way down and I'll close this up. And then I'll come to this other side where I have the notch because I've notched two sides. So I'm just also going to sew from this edge to close up the corner. So that means that when I sew on both sides, I'll have just a middle piece like this open that I did not sew on, which I'll be using to turn this inside out. So I'll go ahead and do that. So guys, once I was done sewing on it, I'm just going to turn it inside out like this. So once I turn this inside out, the space I have open is the space that the bralette piece will be joined to. So if you've notched this out, it's going to actually be very easy for you to see that this side at the edge is smoothly defined, just like you can see here. Okay, so just make sure you're giving this a very good notch. So this edge pops out like this. That's what I mean. So I have that looking like this on both sides. So what I'm just going to do now is to also give this piece a good press so it lays out flat. So guys, after I was done giving it a good press, this is what it looks like. So this part that is open here, I have it sticking outward just a bit, which you can see. So I also went on to iron this other part of the bralette piece that will be covering my bust. So for this now, I'm going to gather this, but I'm going to be gathering it to half of the measurements that I have here. So the measurement that I have here, which is this open space from here to here, is just about my under bust measurement divided by 2. So what I have here is 15.5 inches. So I'm going to gather it to half this measurement. The half of this measurement is 7.5 1/4. So I'm going to approximate it to 9 inches. So which means that I'm going to gather this bralette piece I have here. I'll gather this base here to 9 inches. I'll do it on both sides. So guys, after I had gathered these pieces, this is what it looked like. So this is 9 inches here, and this is also 9 inches here. So I'm just going to explain it again. So this piece I have here, you can see that this side is sticking outward. Okay, it's sticking outward by 1/2 inch because I did not turn it inside out. So what I have from here to here is going to be my under bust measurement divided by 2. So since my under bust measurement is 31, what I have from here to here now is 15.5, which gives me my under bust measurement if I sum it up. So I hope you understand. So now because this bra piece is going to be on top and I want it to overlap each other, which you can already see like this, I then went ahead to divide what I had from this point to this point by 2. So what I have from this point to this point was 15.5, and after I divided it by 2 like this, what I had was about 7.5 1/4. So now I just went on to sum it up to 9 inches so that it could overlap each other and cover my bust. So that 9 inches now, I gathered this bralette piece to 9 inches. So now I'm just going to place one piece at this edge, and then I'll place this other piece at this edge. So just so the edge of the seam is not rough, I'm then going to open this up like this. You can see it's in 2 parts, okay, because I didn't sew it open. So from the edge now, I'm going to pin just on one side. I'll start from the edge and then I'll pin on one side just like you can see me doing like this. So I'm just going to sew on this side and not this side. Not this side. I'll just sew on this side like this. Alright guys, so after I was done sewing on it, I took off the pins and then I'm just going to turn it this way just like you can see. So I'm just going to use this piece now to cover up the seam just by folding it in now like this by 1/2 inch. So once you fold it in by 1/2 inch, since the edge was notched, it's just going to fit in perfectly and straight. So you're just going to fold like this on 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to go ahead and top stitch right on top of it from one end to the other just like this. So guys, after I was done sewing on it, this is what it looked like from the front and the back. You can wear it either way. It's reversible now because the seams are very neat. So I'm just going to tie on the back like this. I do hope you found this tutorial very helpful. If you did, do not forget to leave a like. Also tell me what you think about this and if you be trying this out in the comment section, because I'll be right there to read all your comments. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can get notified whenever I upload more new and amazing tutorials like this. And I'll be seeing you in my next one, guys. Bye.